What's up, guys? Chasing Lamey here with episode number 167 of The Journey. In today's episode, we have the second leg of our Champions League quarter-final against Atletico Madrid, and we play Wolves in the FA Cup semi-final. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, and let's go see if we can get closer to some trophies, I guess. And because there's nothing to catch up on, we're straight in with the first game today against Atletico Madrid. It's going to be Alibert in goal, Trent, Diamande, Figueroa and Dorgu, Camino and Caicedo. Camino comes in for Lavia, who is suspended today. Shabosh, Loferts and Rego behind Ben White. On the bench, Marcelo, Guillem, Elliot, Fati, Del Moro, Gravenberch, Doak, Shatalo, Bargi, Giovanni, Vea, and Eugene Gould. That is everyone I have fit for the game. We are struggling with bodies at the minute, and the fixture schedule is not necessarily the kindest it's ever been coming up. The FA Cup semi-final is in 4 days in game, I believe. And then we've got to play Chelsea, or I think it is immediately after that. It's not the best. It's not the best schedule we've ever had. If I'm completely honest, we are going to struggle to keep players fit. We're already struggling to keep players fit, but we're going to struggle to keep enough players fit to make anything of our late run at the title. But we've got to make the best of it. And as much as I would usually say I'd be happy to have less fixture congestion, I want the Champions League, so we have to win today. And it is just going to mean that if we win today's game and we win against Wolves, we're just going to have at least 3 extra games on our plate for the season, possibly 4 if we make it to the Champions League final. This squad is threadbare. They're all exhausted. Despite during the last international break, everyone that wasn't called up I sent on a holiday for a week as well. Really am just trying every trick in the book to keep these guys fit, healthy, fresh, able to compete still. God, we need a goal very, very soon, or I'm going to be really stressed out. Throw in for Madrid to Iden, who goes inside for Jose Marsha. That's a shot from range. It didn't come to anything. That's gone well so far. 11 minutes on the clock. We are not looking great. To be fair, no one's looking great. It's not the performance we put in against Manchester City, that's for sure. But we are actually ahead of them on every metric bar possession right now. So hopefully we get into the game, we get a bit of possession going, we get on a roll. Maybe we can steal this one. I need Ben White to put in a performance there. I really need Ousmane Diamande to remember how to score goals. Hopefully from this corner, as Szoboszlai puts it in, Diamande gets ahead to it. Cleared off the line, so close to getting himself back in the scoring run. Definitely going to be the kind of thing we'll have to take advantage of today, is getting goals from set pieces, getting goals from wherever we can get goals from. I mean, to be honest, a goal right now changes the entire tie, because we'd have the away goals. I can't remember if away goals are still a thing in the Champions League. We'd have the away goals advantage if it is, though. I'd like us to just win 2-0. That'd be nice. But to win 2-0, you've got to make it 1-0. And as things stand, it doesn't look terribly hopeful that we're going to make it 1-0. We are really just treading water right now. It's not the one. Half-time's approaching. Half-time is here. Nothing has come of this game so far. I'm going to do a sure bit of desire you don't look like a team that wants to win, because that honestly feels like what we've just watched. We're going to grab these guys, point the finger, you've not been good enough, sort your lives out, and then we're going to get everyone else just telling them they can make a difference, because hopefully someone will. And then we go back out for the second half, we cross our fingers, say a little prayer, hope a goal comes soon, and then that way we can be a bit more confident we might have a chance of making it through to the Champions League semi-final. Diamande's got a free kick. My voice is going high-pitched, which is worrying. Camino, Trent over the top for Ben White. Ben White is through. Can he score? Ben White scores. It's his 50th goal of the season. He hadn't played a game of football before we signed him in January. Hadn't played a single Premier League game this season. Joined us in January. We're barely in the middle of April now. He's had 15 goals in all competitions. How was this man not playing regularly at Manchester City? If I'd had that Manchester City squad, a player that good, I know you can't usurp Erling Haaland at any point while he's still an active player in this game, but I'd have played Ben White alongside him. I'd have been at 2 up top a long time ago with those two playing together. Either way, their loss, our game. Dinamarca running at us, and they're having a little bit of a kick around now. Linhart back to Ndicka back to Moreno for Barrios. We aren't pressing them very well, guys. Come on, let's get a press going. Moreno to Barrios out to Daniluc out back to Moreno to Marsha. Ball going forward. This is going to end badly, isn't it? Isn't on a run through. Has a pop from range. Doesn't end as badly as I thought it would. And we are at least starting to give me cause for belief. I'm going to make a quick change now, just to get Ansu Fati on for João Rego on the left-hand side. He did pick up a knock in the last game, so can be excused a little bit for not being on tip-top form, but I do need us to be just going the extra mile. I'm sort of holding on to subs a little bit, although I say that knowing Szoboszlai now needs to come off. I was sort of deliberately holding subs back in case we go to extra time, because being able to send in 4 fresh bodies in extra time would be quite a thing. But it might not be a thing just yet. They're playing around at the back. This has got all the hallmarks of a ball given away highlight coming up. I know I keep saying I could read this match engine a bit too well, but I just have a feeling one of these passes is going to fall to a Liverpool player. Don't ask me why, but I feel like I've seen this before. Maybe I'm going to be wrong. We're on the back foot again, and Caicedo's got in there. There we go. We had to get the ball back at some stage. Ben White is through. Ben White shoots. Ben White scores. Number 16 of the season. Number 2 of the game. Liverpool are ahead at Anfield in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Sorry, I lost the ability to speak coherent sentences then. Also, I was enjoying the fact that Ben White scores and decides to celebrate in the corner where all the Atletico Madrid fans are. Like, my buddy, what are you doing? That is some housery. Like, I'm proud of you, but the housery. Anyway, we've got 3 players tired. I've got 3 subs left. It makes sense to bring on the fresh legs now while we've got the opportunity. So Guillem is going to come on at right back. Caicedo is going to be replaced by Gravenberch in midfield. And I think we'll take Florian Wirtz off and we'll send in... I'm going to send in Harvey Elliott. I was thinking Eugene Gould, but I'm going to send Harvey Elliott in just because he's got a bit more experience. He's also really dangerous when he's whipping in corners. A lot of Diamande's goals have come off of corners by Harvey Elliott. Like, Szoboszlai gets his fair share of assists from the Diamande-headed corners, but it's usually Harvey Elliott that creates the goals from them. I don't know how that works or why, because he's not a great corner taker when you look at his attributes. But for some reason it works, and I'm not going to argue with success. I know better, as Figueroa heads the ball away to Nelson, who has got the ball. Dinamarca tackled by Camino. Guillem's on the ball. He's running through. Tackle goes to Rooney. Rooney Bargy, near side. Can we create number 3 on the night here? Cuts it back. Terrible cross, but Guillem has got it back for us. Gravenberch has given it away again. This is end-to-end stuff. Figueroa gets it back. Elliott forward for Ben White. White through for Rooney. Rooney with a through ball to Ben White. Can he get the hat-trick? Ben White completes his hat-trick, and we are through to the semi-final of the Champions League with 10 minutes to go. I'm running out of good things to say about Ben White. I wish I'd had him in August, because if we'd had him in August, the league would be done by now. Absolutely, the league would be done by now. This guy is an absolute beast of a player. I wish I could recommend you go and sign him, but he is a new gen, so he won't be in your game, unfortunately. But what a beast of a striker. What an absolute legend of a striker. It's rare someone becomes a save hero in half a season, but this man is becoming a save hero. Dinamarca with the ball over the top for Vera. Vera will look to cut it back, maybe. Barrios on the ball back to Vera. Vera has a pop, forced to Javi Guerra. That's going to get called back potentially for offside for Nelson. I don't know or care if he was offside because I think we've done enough here, but we'll see. Ferrer here with the ball, cuts it back. Barrios to Nelson here. Well, they'll go to Nelson here. I don't see where Nelson was offside. I'm not imagining that. I don't see why Nelson was offside or even why you'd think Nelson was offside. But it's 4-3 on aggregate. We just have to hold on because if we concede and away goals are a thing, we're in real trouble because we would be behind on away goals. 5 minutes of injury time. This can't end quickly enough. I am going to do the cardinal sin and just tell the guys to waste time. And now they're going to concede a goal. Cross goes over. Let's get rid of this. Dorgu with a header. Ansu Fati just hoof it towards a corner flag. I don't care. Oh, God. Oh, we've got away with that. We've got away with that. Really, really had me worried, but we've got away with that. And we are, barring a miracle, through to the semi-final of the Champions League. That was tense. Really tense. Barcelona have got through. Manchester City are out. They've lost 2 on the spin, that means. They are losing momentum. Well, actually, it means they've lost 3 on the spin because they lost to Barca in the first leg. That's very encouraging for our season. Very encouraging. And now we are going to jump forward to this game against Wolves in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Everyone cross your fingers. 2 wins in an episode and a final incoming soon down the line. That's what we're feeling. Let's see what we can do. So FA Cup semi-final time then, and I have rotated as much as I dare for this semi-final at Wembley. Marcelo is starting at goal. It's Trent at right back, Diamande and Del Moro starting as the centre halves with Guillem in at left back. Camino and Lavia are the holding midfield behind Goul, Szoboszlai and Rego, and Ansu Fati will get the start up top. On the bench, Alibert, Dorgu, Doak, Bargi, Shatalo, Gravenberch, Giovanni, Figueroa and Harvey Elliott. So we're giving Moises Caicedo and Florian Wirtz the day off for this one, same with Ben White. Just to give things a little bit more rotation, I'm just having those second thoughts I often have before I announce a team, just in case I'm missing something. I think I am, I think No, let's go with that. I was going to stick Rooney, but I was going to stick Victor Osimhen on the bench, but I think we're going to make do with what we've got. I think that'll do just because Osimhen not really been the player he used to be. Hasn't really ever come through for us. Don't really want to risk him in an FA Cup semi-final. I did think about starting him, but let's not give it too much thought. Show everyone their recent praise is justified. Put on a show. You know the score. Let's get out there. Let's try and beat Wolves in the semi-final of the FA Cup at Wembley. We have had issues with Wolves lately in that they're very hard to beat. If it wasn't for the fact we've played so many games lately, and I mean really so many games lately, I would have been going full strength in this one because Wolves just seem to have my number. But maybe they've got the number of our first team and it's these guys who are the key to breaking them down. We'll find out together. I would like that to be the case because, I don't want to lose the FA Cup semi-final. That's just too close to a trophy for me, for my liking. We are still on for at least 6, perhaps 7, if the league form carries on. But for now, we just have to get through this. Talking of trophies, by the way, in the semi-final of the Champions League, we'll be playing Barcelona. So that's a good time waiting to happen for next episode, regardless of what happens here. Is head on now with a goal kick to Bayetic and to João Gomez. I need us to get this ball and score very quickly. Clem. Ansu Fati cutting all the way back to get there. Beautiful work from him. Del Moro now heading forward. Ball for Camino for Diamande. Diamande needs to get this ball to a teammate fast. Does. Finds Eugene Goul. Back to Diamande. And Diamande will find Goul again. Goul playing as the playmaker on the right wing because that's what he likes to be played as. And it will stop him crying for a bit. Goul going back to Trent, crossing, looking for Lavia, and Romeo Lavia has put the ball away. 4th goal of the season for him. The first goal of this FA Cup semi-final. We've struck first blood. And now Now we need to strike second, third, fourth, etc. You know how numbers work. Let's just score some goals and hope that we just do everything we need to be doing to get ourselves to the final of the FA Cup. I have no idea who we be playing because I haven't paid any attention to the draw whatsoever for the entire cup run. I've just been accepting whoever gets sent our way. I don't think Manchester City are in it. Arsenal might still be in it. They're third in the league. We're playing them in our next league game. Not that we'll play it on camera because we're backing up. But, you know, I think Arsenal might be in the other semi-final, so it might not be as easy as just getting past Wolves. Ball through to Clem, just wide. Not that I'm disrespecting Wolves, but they are mid-table. We are very much getting into a title fight. And in the semi-final of the Champions League, they shouldn't be a threat to us. Rego on the ball now to Lavia, to Guillem. Guillem fires Del Moro. Del Moro back to Guillem, to Camino. Camino looking for a through ball to Trent, but doesn't find him. And that's with Amo Amayu out to João Gomez. João Gomez through to Boyer. We have got to get across here. We haven't, and Cunha's got in and scored. And it's 1-1. And suddenly, Wolves being our bogey team might come back and bite us. Hard. I've done an encourage for the boys. I'm starting to wish I'd put Ben White on the bench now because Rego's not having a great game, and I could move Fatty out there and maybe revitalise it, but that's life. Diamande is having an absolute howler as well so far. Ball into the box though. Krepchi gets rid of it. Amo Amayo out forward. Curtis to Alex. Alex with a through ball to Cunha. Cunha to Amo Amayo. And we have got to tackle here. We've really got just tackle. Anyone tackle. Anyone. Okay. Relax. Got to get through this. Oh, no, I saw Daniel Bedingfield. Anyway, that's a reference the kids won't understand. Let's get to halftime. Let's have a yell at the boys. Hopefully someone's going to step up and create something here. We're going to say keep going. We can win this if we work hard as a team. Rego needs to look far less nervous, so I'm not happy. Sort your life out. Everyone else, get out there and do the winning of the match, please. And hopefully someone will go out there and do the winning of the match, please. That's what we're hoping for. So an hour in, I've made a bunch of subs. Essentially, I've replaced players that look nervous with players who look less nervous. Dominic Szoboszlai has gone on as a lone striker, as the striker, has gone up as a striker, I should say. Fatty moving to the left wing. One of those two is probably not going to finish the game. I don't know which one, though, because the only players who don't look nervous on our bench are Shitalo and Harvey Elliott. So one of those is still going to finish the game up front, which is a real problem for us. But we've got to let it ride. Figueroa, Dorgu also on as well. Same with Rooney Barger on the right-hand side. Hopefully something good is going to come. But yeah, I just wanted to get the nervous players off the pitch, replace them with some guys who might still have their head in the game a little bit more. It's defeating the object of me trying to rest players. But if it leads to good things, I'm not against it. As Dorgu and Fatty play a 1-2 here. Dorgu is looking for something, I think. Gives the ball away to Cunha, and Dorgu's suspect passing comes into play again. Gravenberch go on the ball now to Rooney Bargy. He's in the box. Can he become a match winner for us again? Possibly, because Rooney Bargy has scored his 12th goal of the season. We've seen him pop up with late winners several times this season. He's done it he's got a goal to give us the lead in this one. Just 5 minutes after coming on? And that is a pretty good way to make an instant impact on the match. Dominic Szoboszlai is not doing well as the lone striker. But I know Rooney Bargy, when I play him as an advanced forward, also doesn't do a very good job of that. And Ansu Fati sometimes does a really good job of that, but today he wasn't. It's an absolute mess. I'm not sure what to do. There is part of me who wants to just stick Diamande up top because he's our top goal scorer. But that's probably a bridge too far. It is the FA Cup semi-final. I don't want to be experimenting any more than I have to. as for some reason Wolves are playing triangles in their box, which doesn't seem smart, but what do I know? Gravenberch picks a pocket, Rooney through to Lavia. He's going to have a pop in a second. No, he's not. Ball is lost, but Dorgu gets it back. That's in for Szoboszlai, who, despite me saying doesn't do a good job up top on his own, Dominic Szoboszlai got on the end of that cross, put the ball away, did what he needed to do, leading from the front as the captain. And we are 3-1 up now in the FA Cup semi-final, the final on the horizon. Dorgu makes up for some of his horrendous passing with that, and Szoboszlai makes up for not really being involved in the game so far to score a goal, which is honestly all I really wanted from him. If I am going to make any more subs now, that does mean it's going to be Fatty coming off for brain failure. Good stuff. You can tell I've recorded a lot today. Harvey Elliott is going to be the guy that would come on naturally for Ansu Fati. Rooney Bargi through for Gravenberch. Gravenberch now making a run down the far side. Can he get something going here? Looking for the byline. Into the box. Will cut it back. Gets brought down. That's going to be a penalty maybe? No, it's not. It was a fair foul from Sutsumi. And Shell Gomez now gives the ball away to Ansu Fati. Is he going to stop me taking him off? Not shooting like that, he's not. I think that will be the last thing we see Ansu Fati do in this game. Let's send in Harvey Elliott to round things off. And we can settle this one now quite nicely, you would hope. Still, by the way, what, 4, 5, 6 games maybe since we last saw a goal from Ousmane Diomande? I think the goals may have dried up for the season, so I'm very, very glad we got other players firing, because otherwise we'd be absolutely up the creek with no paddle. Game is ticking to a close here, but we have got another highlight. It's with Wrench for Wolves. He's hoofed it back to Heddle in their goal, who's gone back forward for Wrench, entirely rendering that pass useless. But Wrench is going to go back to his goalkeeper anyway, because apparently neither of them can figure out that's a bad decision. Brockbank heading forward to Douglas. Douglas with a ball through to Shell Gomez. Shell Gomez out wide for Cunha. Don't know why you're appealing for offside, Trent, rather than just trying to defend. He's obviously not offside. He's in front of you. Cunha with a shot from range. Very, very ambitious. And this is feeling like the last we'll see of this game highlights-wise, barring something very shocking happening from here on out. We have done enough to secure our place in the FA Cup final. As I said, I have absolutely not a clue who will be playing in the final, because I didn't look. Congratulations on reaching the final. You all deserve it. It's a fairly fair shout. And will we find out straight away who we've got in the final? I can't remember if this is the Saturday or the Sunday semi-final. I genuinely have no idea. We don't have anything in the media, do we? No, nothing there. So I assume we're playing the Saturday game. We aren't. We're playing the Sunday game. We should know who we're playing in the final here. We shouldn't need to go to a draw for the FA Cup final. Is it going to tell me straight away? It's not. But I should be able to find out. Or not. Or not. It's going to be Aston Villa or Burnley. So Aston Villa are currently in 10th in the Premier League. Burnley are in 5th. You'd like to think that'd be Burnley, but we'll see, I guess. We'll find out together who we're playing in the final, because I probably won't pay attention until we get there. Semi-final is next up for us of the Champions League. We're going to play Barcelona twice in the next episode. Should be nice and straightforward. Hopefully these will be green dots as well, so we'll still be in the running for the Premier League. Hopefully Manchester City will lose twice in those games and we'll really be on till the end of the season, because our last 3 games, Forest are in 17th, Newcastle are in 7th, but Blackburn are already down. We should get points against Bournemouth, so it's only Arsenal and Newcastle that are question marks. We'll find out how things look, but next time out, we are playing Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final. So thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ring the bell, leave your comments. You know how it all works. I've been Chasing Lanely. Thank you very much for watching. Till next time, stay safe and have a good one.